Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We're back with another fragrance review right here, guys. And today, officially right now, we are at 20,000 subscribers. Actually, a little bit more than 20K, guys. So thank you very much for your support. I know we're going to go well beyond that, the way that we're doing right now. But of course, there was a time when, times were difficult in the channel. And this channel, actually, I got a lot of critique from, the Fragcom of the old and the old guard of Fragcom. But of course, I knew that as time passed by, a lot of people will truly appreciate these no hype reviews and the way that I do it. So here we are now. Some people didn't give us a chance, but here we are at 20K. Thank you everyone for your support. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to the channel, guys. Thank you again for 20K. Let's go with our next fragrance review, and this is coming out of the house of Louis Vuitton. A lot of you guys watch my Louis Vuitton fragrances because just like Boudicca the Victorious, the brand I just reviewed on the last video, I really do give LV, reviews a very objective and unbiased stance, guys, okay? Because there is a reason why people love these fragrances despite all the critiques out there. And so today we're going to talk about an LV fragrance that is shrouded in mystery. A lot of people really want to know what the lowdown is on this fragrance. Let's get it. And the fragrance we'll be talking about today is none other than Louis Vuitton Symphony. Yes, Louis Vuitton Symphony. This fragrance right here, I gotta say, there are a lot of fans of this fragrance, guys. I caught wind of it when I saw that this fragrance was being cloned. And when it's getting cloned, it means that, there are a lot of fans of the fragrance. It's just that they can't really afford the full bottle. And so they're cloning it into something way cheaper, guys. And when I caught wind of that, I checked around and I found out, oh my God, this fragrance with this super fancy bottle has a lot of fans. And when I dug deeper, I found out a lot more. The notes were really too simplistic in my opinion. But even at that, like I said, there's a lot of fanfare. Of course, there's going to be some people hating on the price. But at the end of the day, this is, well, you can say a trending fragrance right here. And so I used up this vial. It's almost done. We've got just enough for maybe a couple wears right here for this this review right here. And so here we are. Let's talk about this fragrance. I'll go over the notes. There are a lot of hidden notes here. I'll go over scent development. We'll go over that performance they keep talking about. And then finally, I'll talk about if this fragrance is really worth it. Let's go spray this thing right now. Okay, guys, now let's talk about Louis Vuitton Symphony in a no-hype manner, the way I always do it, guys. Now, Symphony, the bottle, like I said, is super fancy, and the juice is like purple. And so the funny thing is, when it comes to the actual smell of Symphony, is that it has nothing to do with anything purple or even the way that the bottle goes. If you look at the bottle, it seems like some sort of femme, elegant like fragrance just by the looks of it, and of course that purple juice. But the actual juice itself is a total like different thing. It's actually more of a citrus bomb rather than, this elegant purple perfume that it looks like. And right here in the opening, you've got a few notes that I can actually detect that's not necessarily on the official, notes, that they really don't put everything there. Right here in the opening, in my opinion, you've got some mandarin, you've got some blood orange, you've got some bergamot, as well as some lemon here, citrus LV style here. Now, the real prominent one right here is going to be the combination of the mandarin and blood orange, guys. And this is quite a nice tart citrusy combination backed up by your clean LV citruses, your lemon and bergamot. That is in almost all, I believe, all of the citrusy LV releases. You have this crisp, clean bergamot lemon, but here it is a backup. It is a backup to the really prominent orange, guys. Okay, so mandarin, blood orange, that's something I detect right here. Very prominent in the intro of LV Symphony. When I read some critiques and reviews of this fragrance, someone brought this up that it smelled like Tang. And Tang, I don't know if they still sell that nowadays, but back in the 90s and 2000s, Tang was like, one of the best orange juice drinks out there. And right here, yes, it does smell like getting drizzled with Tang. That's how strong and prominent that mandarin orange is with that blood orange. Really prominent orangey blast. And it is in a large quantity, guys. And, when I think about other Louis Vuitton fragrances for the spring and summer, I think about Sun Song, but this would be like the orangey sibling of Sun Song. If Sun Song had the lemony aspects to it as the blast, this one does have an orangey blast to it. Now, an interesting thing too, maybe some will pick this up, is that you also have the early appearance of the ginger, which is very, very light in the beginning. I can't even say it's super detectable, but to me, every time I've sprayed this fragrance, I could actually detect some ginger, which is listed as a base note here in the opening part of this fragrance, guys. Now, let's talk about initial performance right here. Initial performance is loud. It's actually an aura scent. It is actually quite strong, and that is from just this little vial right here. Can you imagine putting this juice on the large Louis Vuitton bottle that is known for drenching people with a ton of juice? I mean, just on this one, the projection is strong. I would say more than an aura scent. And because it is a citrus bomb, a citrusy blast of orange and backup bergamot and lemon, guys, I would say this is first and foremost a mood enhancer as well. I mean, this is the main reason you would buy this fragrance, is because this has some totally strong, powerful mood enhancing properties. Care of the orange, care of the backup citruses. For those that love citrus, without a doubt, this is your fragrance right here. Now let's go into the mid of Louis Vuitton Symphony, which in my opinion starts in the 40-minute mark, guys, okay? But it doesn't mean that the citruses end right here. This fragrance is well known for being an eternal citrus, an everlasting, forever citrus fragrance that lasts a really, really long time. And that is a premium, especially for those that love citrus fragrances, because as you guys know, citrus fragrances really do not last that long. They're not supposed to. But here in this fragrance, it definitely does, guys. So there is a seamless transition into the mid, and right here in the mid, you have the notes of grapefruit, a very prominent grapefruit, and then you have some white florals, I believe magnolia. You have some ambroxan, in my opinion, as well as, of course, that ginger still looming right there, guys. Now, the grapefruit is really strong here, okay? It really blends in with the initial citruses, giving you the feel that the citrus is really just ongoing. But if you really nitpick it, you can smell that the orange actually ends at a certain point, maybe an hour and a half. And then you can see that the bergamot and lemon is also picked up by the grapefruit. Now, the thing with the mid that I don't know, I've never seen anybody talk about, is that there is an effervescent, like synthetic punch that's right here in the mid that I believe is also in Afternoon Swim. But this one right here, I believe, is ambroxan. I mean, ambroxan with a low-lying ginger is a well-known combination, but if you put that with grapefruit, you've got a power punch. Yes, you have the sparkling citruses, but you also have the boost, the synthetic boost, in my opinion, of the ambroxan and the ginger, guys. Okay, now the white floral of magnolia, in my opinion, shows up at the latter mid. Okay, and magnolia is a well-known white floral that lends a citrusy tinge to the fragrance. And so without a doubt, as the citruses, the tartness eventually weaken, I would say, gosh, like maybe 4 to 5 hours in, you are going to get a little bit of that white floral magnolia that still has a citrusy tinge with the ginger, guys. Okay, so definitely a beautiful transition. Again, that explains this long-lasting citrus blast. Seems like it lasts a long time because, again, you've got grapefruit, you've got ambroxan to really push it forward, And then you've got magnolia, which has a citrusy tinge as well. Okay, so this fragrance right here, Louis Vuitton Symphony, is going to be known for the start to latter mid, headed into the dry down part of the fragrance, guys. Mostly as a citrusy bomb. Again, with some beautiful transitions. You've got a really prominent orangey blast in the beginning, backed up by lemon and bergamot, the crisp LV citruses that go into an effervescent grapefruit ambroxan pushed combination with ginger in the back, and of course some white florals to smoothen the transition into the dry down, guys. That's what it's going to be known for. And so again, that explains the long lying citrus. Now headed into the dry down, okay, like 6 hours plus, you're gonna get the entrance of the musks. Now the musk right here is not a gradient musk. It is not one of those fade to black musks. Right here, the musks are basically clean, airy musks, guys, okay? And that really matches the entire fragrance. It doesn't go into a fade to black. And the actual real base note that creates a warming and spicy feel is gonna be your ginger, which really pops out as well in the dry down stage of this fragrance, as the intense citruses back away and then you have clean, airy white musks. You are going to get that warming ginger eventually, guys. But again, this dry down is not a fade to black. It's just a nice spicy warming base with some airy musks that really complement most of the fragrance, guys. So from start to finish, it's really a nice, consistent, airy, and uplifting and spring summery part that you will enjoy with Louis Vuitton Symphony. Now, in my opinion, of course, this fragrance smells good, without a doubt. And if you are a citrus lover, and I'm talking about just citrus, and you've been disappointed with other fragrances that give you that citrus push, but then they don't really last, this one will give you a very long coverage of every lovely citrus note that you've ever wanted. I mean, bergamot, lemon, grapefruit, as well as your orange, guys. It's gonna last quite a while. So this is obviously gonna be for the citrus lover. And this is, of course, a grabber. This is a grabber. There is a slight upscale feel here once the fragrance hits the mid, but the first part is truly very casual. It's a casual day-to-day grabber. Again, as I would say, the ginger and musk intensifies as part of that ambroxan push, that effervescence hits as well. It feels like it could be an upscale grabber as well. But mostly, in my opinion, this will be a grabber much like the other LV scents. And to me, this is also very unisex. Okay, it's very unisex. Actually, women or those that like femme-leaning fragrances might like this more than the guys, because this one doesn't have a lot of gent scent properties. There are no like aromatic herbal notes right here. There's no lavender, and even at the base, there's no like dry down, warming, comfy dry down notes except for the ginger. And so really, I think the women will like this a lot more. Okay, but I like it as well. Again, it really feels like Sunsong, the orange version, the brother of Sunsong, basically. Now, this fragrance, total longevity. Let's talk about that. Some people are saying it's eternal, but to me, this is a 12-hour scent. And again, that can be affected if you actually do the big bottle that will spray so much more juice. LV sprayers or bottles are known for that, guys. But for me, it is a 12-hour scent. It didn't go past that. But again, that is more than decent for an actual LV fragrance, as well as a citrus fragrance that's like fully citrus. For me, it lasts 12 hours. Okay, now here's the big question. Is this fragrance worth it at $560, guys? Oh my gosh, there's tax too. So at the end of the day, it's like $600 for this fragrance. Now, if you're gonna argue that this fragrance is too basic for that crazy exorbitant price, I have no defense for that. Okay, I have no defense for that. I would say true that. I totally agree with you. There is a reason why this is being cloned, because, well, the notes are pretty much very simple, and you know, the way that they progress, it doesn't seem like it's anything crazy to where you would put the price up at $560. However, that is just the LV price though. I mean, even their simple stuff, the simple bags that they have are at $5,000, $6,000. So that's just an LV thing, I would say. And if you are a brand conscious buyer, and you like knowing that you're wearing LV, that you're buying an LV type of fragrance, that you're wearing it, and that matters to you, I won't judge you, then that's okay. And that's what it is. You're used to the LV style of pricing their fragrances. But without a doubt, if this was just Fragcom, who are used to getting, deals and discounts and yada, 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 well, you might have a chance getting this fragrance on the secondary market, maybe a used bottle, halfway or whatever. Maybe you can get that for less, guys. But I do agree, this is too expensive for what it is. Now, the thing is, though, is that if you are a fan of LV citruses and if you're used to buying these already, Afternoon Swim, like I said, Sun Song, if you're used to all of that, maybe this is a good addition, to be honest, because this one right here will definitely give you that LV citrus style punch. Again, still kind of similar to others. You might want to try it first. But for an LV collector that likes citrus, there is a reason why Symphony is quite popular, guys. Okay, it's a nice citrusy, livening, uplifting blast of all these citruses, and they don't go into a fade to black. It's a beautiful fragrance, to be honest, guys. Very usable. What a grabber. And lasts very, very long. And that is it, guys. That is my no hype review on Louis Vuitton Symphony. Let me know on the comments what y'all think of this fragrance. Did you guys buy an actual bottle of this because you thought it was really, really amazing? Let me know on the comments below. I won't judge you. Like I said, everyone has a right to buy these fragrances. That's why I love reviewing cheap fragrances and expensive fragrances, because either way, I mean, I'm not going to judge you for what you do with your money or your happiness. If this makes you happy, then that's awesome, guys. So that is it, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. And again, please do not forget to like and subscribe. I'm back to work. Thank you again for 20K. Again, follow my Instagram for some updates on the giveaway, because now we finally hit 20K. I got to think about what giveaway to give. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless. Take care. Peace.